Hey everyone.
Hi, how are you? How are you,
I'm good,
everyone?
man. I'm good. How's it going, Rob?
Cool, cool, feeling great. As you
Let me
as you
do some
probably know,
setup.
a lot of preparations, exciting times ahead with the launch coming in like 15 days or so. I'm pretty stoked to see like the end result of like the whole campaign and what we've been working on for the past, I don't know, few weeks, even months, I'd say.
Yeah, man, you're doing a great job, and I'm really happy to see so many people on the call. It's amazing. I know it was a short notice, but like we couldn't plan exactly when the notes will get sold out. It also, we need to react fast. The market, I think, it's doing really amazing. So I think all is really cool.
Yeah, already 94 people right here with us. Let us know where you're tuning from in the chat. We're curious
Yeah,
from which part of world you are.
100%, So I think we planned some good stuff. First of all, till I remember, I hope it's gonna work because we doing it the first time. That we have set up captions. We work with Rob on that recently. So whoever is not understanding English, there is a icon, a button, show captions. You should be able to choose the language you want translation in, and that should help you understand what we will present today. However, remember it's done by AI or some technology, so definitely there will be some funny translations. So expect that as well.
Yeah,
Not
it may
sure,
not be perfect.
not sure how it translate blockchain or some other stuff. What it could be really interesting. So yeah, I'm highly advising everyone to stay till the end. I think we should make it within about 40 minutes, plus minus. However, we kept the cherry on the cake on for the end of the call. The plan is, especially, I'm pretty sure we have some members of our community which are with us, some of them almost 2 years or over 2 years. Can you imagine that? However, it was a long journey for us. So we're gonna go through. So sometimes I will be explaining, things that are newly launched or some new things coming, but also it is just to send the greetings and message to all the existing of our community, and also we're gonna share probably I think the biggest achievement that we could do in last 2 years. So we're gonna announce a very interesting partnership. For those which are with us for a long time, they know that when we mean partnership, it means partnership. It means that we're building something together. It's not just a news which is shared by the other partner. We always wanted to stay away and put our stand that how we see partnership is different because we feel we need to provide that value. So anyway, I think we can start. What do you think, Robert?
Yeah,
Did we
yeah, I
cover?
think so too. We already got over 100 people join in. That's a good number. I've scrolled through like the countries that were from the moon was was the best one in my opinion.
Have
But
you managed to do the percentage wise where's the biggest community in or not yet?
yeah, I feel like Greece and Poland would be like on top
Amazing.
top two.
Amazing. And I know that pretty soon we're gonna have very strong like in Thailand, in Vietnam, in Asia in general. So, I know there is several works going on. So it's pretty cool. So warm welcome to everyone again. Let me share the screen and let's get it starting.
Sure. Sorry to interrupt, Martin. If you have any questions, you make sure to drop them below in the chat. I will collect them and we will cover them in the next session.
Okay, let's hope that everything will work. Like always, we've done a lot of testing. However, let me see. Okay, that should be fine. I'm sharing the screen now. Okay, you should be able to see the screen. Okay, so yeah, it's me. So welcome everyone. So the way, maybe just to give a little bit of a history. So at the beginning of 2022, I know Mike is on the call, my business partner, our CEO. We were talking about creating a wallet dedicated to metaverse. And 7 months later, we were launching at Poznań Game Arena, marketplace for game assets and games itself. Later on, a game launcher. Eventually, we done our own event. So in general, we created a big ecosystem, which probably can provide a 360-degree service for gaming industry. So there's Metapro ecosystem. Part of it's an Emperor app, which is a very strong blockchain leg, and the other side is also W3GA, so it's a Web3 game arena. For those which were with us in Poznań, they had an opportunity to see the power of it. So few sentences about myself. My name is Marcin Wojcieszkiewicz. I'm a co-founder and a COO. I'm coming from a DeFi space. I love DeFi from day one when it was coming to the industry. Love tokenomics. In general, I love numbers. So this is where I focus a lot. I feel very strong in marketing, probably a quite good seller. Like to manage some big teams in general, making sure that we can provide some philosophy, we can look after some improvements. And this is a official part of it. And now I want to introduce you my alter ego, created by our fantastic marketing team. I know Peter is here. Warm welcome, mate. Robert is with me, our community manager, community ranger. So let me introduce Marcin Ua, a corporate captain. I'm going to read it out. So Metapro Team Avatar Collection, representing people behind Metapro, holistic Web3 gaming ecosystem. So I am the ultimate deal-making pirate with a hat collection that is as legendary as my negotiation skills. Rumor has it, I got more hats than a millionaire's dream. In this bold guy, that's me, just for you that don't know me, juggling tasks at 3 a.m. in the morning, like these are normal hours for a human being. I have to admit, probably, I don't think I have as many hats as it said. However, I love to work early in the morning, sometimes 3 a.m., recently even 2 a.m. We are into a quite busy and hectic times for us. But yeah, this is just to provide you a short value, because you can also create such a profile. You can create your alter ego, which eventually can be in game, can be in metaverse, it's up to you. We provide the service. So just to give you a short ecosystem traction. So let's start with Emperor Lab. Few numbers. We have over 700 nodes providers which are ready to support our decentralized storage network. Over 1,950 nodes licenses has been sold. If you look at the Metapro ecosystem, we have over 56,000 users between our wallet, our marketplace launcher, over 100 games already listed on our marketplace. And I think there's something which we are really proud of. It's Web3 Game Arena, because we done it for the first time in October 2023. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you a very short highlight video from this event where you can see with your own eyes, especially those which didn't have an opportunity to come to Poznań and spend some time with us, so we can have a feeling what was happening there. So please enjoy the first video which I've prepared for today.
They're taken from Casper's Mill. They'll be very close to it being 3 or 4, but I think the gap isn't big enough for you.
it was amazing experience. I know those which have an opportunity to come to us to Poznań really enjoyed what we have done there. The numbers don't lie, as you can see, over 40,000 visitors, over 30,000 gameplays. We have, I think, 12 of our games for our ecosystem, which was part of our zone, which was the only one Web3 zone for the gaming industry. Strong partnership. One of them was AMD, which we carry on, and we're going to discuss it later. But in general, that should give you just an idea how we want to tackle the market, that we also know how we can acquire gamers for gaming industry. So let's just briefly cover the global gaming market, because it's quite important, I think, just to see how big the market is. As you can see from the chart, it's almost, you can say it's almost recession proof, because it's growing year by year. So the numbers are there, active gamers are there, and expansion is still forecasting for entire industry. We are seeing that probably by the end of 2024, we are expecting 3.32 billion of gamers worldwide. That is the reason why I want to cover that, because I feel that we're really tackling exactly the right industry when we want to provide a blockchain solution based for gamers. For those which you are not aware, gamers are the perfect fit and the perfect match for blockchain technology. And let me explain you why. So gamers are used to buying digital currency for years. They buy in V-Bucks as an example. And what they do with those V-Bucks? They buy in digital assets. Does the name ring the bell a little bit? Virtual currency, digital assets. So what is it different for them to buy M Pro, to buy an NFT as a digital asset? From my perspective, is nothing. But the biggest difference is that currently what they do, they are supporting a massive renting business, because they never own any assets in Web2 space. And please remember that, because as we're going to go through the presentation, you will understand exactly the uniqueness, the USP which we have created, which can fully support that. So gamers now spending their hard-earned billions of dollars a year on something which is never theirs. What do you think? What if they fully understand, if they receive, from my perspective, financial education, will they love and decide to switch to blockchain? From my perspective, I only feel that this sometimes negative narration which we're hearing out is more about emotions rather than the logical thinking. And that will come eventually. Remember when Bitcoin was starting, when people were saying, what is it? It doesn't have any value. And we all see what's happening now on the market. That's a normal evolution where you are providing innovative technology. So I'm sure you are aware, Web3 enables true ownership. I know everybody talks about it, but let me take you through a journey where you can understand how we have built our ecosystem. So first of all, we started with wallet, launcher, marketplace. Eventually, we felt very strong in digital motorsport. So we race like always, own like never before. And this is a message to all those gamers, which I was just talking about previously. But what we want to provide them is, you can game or race, so you have exactly the same gameplay, but you can own those assets. Many projects out there, they're trying to convince gamers that blockchain is better, but you need to come and play my blockchain game. They don't want to do that. But what we are providing is, play your game like you love it. You don't need to change anything. However, use our technology because you can use those assets inside the game you love it. So let me introduce you Assetto Corsa Web3 Manager. For those which are not aware what is Assetto Corsa, it's probably the biggest racing simulator worldwide. And what we did, we have connected a Web2 game with blockchain technology. And let me share you another video which you can understand why we are saying race like always and own like never before. So as you can see, that the gameplay stayed the same. So what do you think if we're gonna provide this a little bit of financial education to the gamers? Because, you know, we can now sit and create a lot of scenarios. You can sell, you can earn, you can make, you can do a lot of activities with NFTs, with assets, which can be then utilized in a Web2 game. And this is unique product that we want to provide to the market, that we want to provide to the industry. And remember, guys and gals, it is a working product. You've seen the tournament in Poznan Game Arena. Over 40,000 visitors visited our zone. So this is a proof of concept. And if you go to our marketplace, feel free. Do you recognize the car which was on the animation, on the video? So this is an NFT which you can acquire on our marketplace, and you can play a Web2 game. This is a unique solution that we are bringing to the market. However, we are not stopping there. So we start with racing, but then we realize you can play like always and own like never before. And the next game, which is our game, which I'm going to talk about, it has started as our case study, but eventually it's becoming as an ordinary game. However, this motto goes that we can scale up our technology not only to racing, so digital motorsport, which is also very attractive. I think it's 4.5 million sim racers worldwide. You know, I think it's a quite nice number. However, imagine that if we connect that with Minecraft, if we connect that with another game. From our perspective, we already seeing those possibilities. So the next is, for those which ever seen Degenyuki, it's gonna be a premiere for you. For those which played our first case study version, I'm happy to introduce you and show you a gameplay, which is a new, revised, upgraded version, which is gonna come out very soon on iOS and Android. First of all, double AA quality. For those which have seen Degenyuki at the beginning, they were definitely covering those aspects that the quality is not there, that we need to improve it. And of course, we're explaining that, yes, it's a case study. We went further. We want to create more attractive gameplay, new challenges coming out, and definitely there will be new assets. So all that covers a new release for the game. I'm not gonna say the dates. No, we are not far away, probably about a month to 2 months maximum, where you will see the new edition of the game live on iOS and Android. But just to give you an understanding, please watch a very short highlight video about gameplay of new version. And for those which played it, as you can see, it's incredible improvement on the gameplay itself. I know Mike, the team, Ola, and Andrew, they put in a lot of work into it to making a very good game, a quality game, a game that many will be proud of and enjoying playing. But let's now jump into the more techie side. We talk about gaming. There is also a lot of requirements for foundation that we have created, which is part of Metapro ecosystem, which is an Empro lab. And when you connect the dots and you fully understand that the NFTMA, which is supporting assets which are utilized in Web2 games, where you're talking about Degen Yuki, then you fully understand that the entire ecosystem it's working together, is supporting each of the projects, features which we have created. So on MProLab, we focus a lot on decentralized storage because all those files that we have created and the technology to support NFTMA, to support all those connections, it requires different storage than is on the market. So we decided over a year ago that we need to create a very strong community which is going to support our ecosystem. And to do that, we needed to create a model which also going to reward them. So the data storage is distributed between the nodes, which are storing game files and also a digital asset files. They are also responsible for managing NFT meta asset, ensuring proper indexing, storage, and retrieval by the owners is happening. I know I'm talking very technical, but very soon you will also see that in some nice pictures. Till now, I'm pleased to announce, and through all the negativity that we were receiving at the beginning, that it's impossible to do that in a bear market, you're going to struggle with fantastic partners around. Big thank you. We have managed to sell 1,950 licenses, approximate value close to $4 million, which is an amazing achievement. But what's going to happen next? Phase 2 is behind the corner, and we are expecting to launch more licenses. But remember, the only currency to purchase them is going to be MPro. The launch price of the license is going to be 100,000 MPro. But I really hope that this price is not going to stay for long, because it's calculated on the listing price. And if we do X10, then this is going to be 10,000 per license. And those which hold 100,000 MPros, they probably could become holders of 10 licenses if they decided to do so. So there's a quantity of 13,050 remaining to be sold out. Also, what we have created, just to remind everyone, there is an affiliate system which provides an instant reward for those which invite friends to purchase a license. So it's level 1, 8%, level 2 is 4%, and level 3 is 3%. So let's just cover this utility of the nodes. So let me take you through the animation which is created. On the left side, we are seeing a game asset. And this is, again, our USP, because thanks to this model, we are able to provide game assets into Web2 games. You can see those numbers moving here in the animation. So basically, what does it mean? It means that the file which is storing all the game asset is being shredded into small chunks. And then all those chunks are dispersed between the nodes and the nodes providers. And then when the minting process is happening, and the NFT is connected with those files, so they cannot live without. And then wherever there is a requirement through our technology, we are combining those shredded files, shredded chunks into whole piece, and then it can be distributed to the game or the gamer. So this is an animation which fully just shows you how all those parts are working together and how important the nodes are for the entire ecosystem and NFTMA and entire protocol. So let's move on to the rewards model. I think it's very important also to understand it. So first of all, MPRO, our native token, is part of the rewards model. But secondly, there will be more and more gaming assets which will be coming to a distribution. There were already a drop of Degenuki OG. So those one received their unique NFT, which is maybe in the near future will be valuable. Also, there will be some more asset regarding digital motorsport being distributed. We're already planning some airdrop campaign for the next call, which is happening on Wednesday. But let me just move on to some economic aspect. There is a fixed 250,000 MPRO distribution daily to active node providers. The rewards are allocated based on each node's connection time, uptime. Maximum is a 24-hour cycle. If the node is running for 24 hours, you are receiving 100 credits. If your node is running less than 6 hours, you're not going to receive anything. Because we want to motivate people to create and support decentralized storage, which we have created through a node network. MPRO shares are the exclusive currency for purchasing nodes, and this is something very important. I'm also going to touch base that later, but I think it's good to remind several times. MPRO, first utility, is a payment token. There is no other option to purchase our software not having MPRO in your wallet, basically. So this is going to create a very strong demand at the beginning. Now I would like to introduce you a new reward, which is called Reward Booster. Reward Booster has been created because we want to make sure that everyone motivate each other to keep running the network as long as is possible. So we can make sure that from the day we go live, very soon the network of nodes will be sustainable enough that we can start sharing the files and the data through the node providers. So I'm going to just briefly explain that. Very soon you're going to see that in our documentation. Our community managers are happy to help you in Telegram to explain how that operates. First of all, to qualify for the reward booster, you need to have your node live for a minimum 6 hours. And then there are certain ranges that your friends nodes need to operate in for you to receive the reward in credit. So from 25 to 49.99, if your friend's node was running, you will receive one credit. If your friend recruited 50 to 74.99 credits, you will receive 2 credits, and as follows: the suit 3 and 4 maximum is 4 credits per node of your friend within your network. So this way, I hope that people will motivate each other to keep running the nodes as long as possible. So we will be able, sooner rather than later, start moving all the decentralized storage and making sure that entire ecosystem is live. Let's touch base a little bit about DAGO. So Decentralized Autonomous Gaming Organization. When we started talking with Mike several months ago, and I was also speaking with a lot of friends, partners in general, I know there's a lot of negativity about DAO. People don't feel that DAO is strong enough. But I think there are several failures which happened in the past. That's why it didn't work out. So first of all, from our perspective, when we will start pushing the control over to decentralized autonomous gaming organization, it will be fully decentralized. And this is very important because I don't feel that voting on Snap, I think it's a snapshot, it's have anything to do with DAO. It just gives you the opportunity to vote based on certain algorithm and nothing else. It doesn't trigger automatically transactions or doesn't give you the real power. However, in the long term, we feel it's going to be a very strong feature which will onboard especially gaming community. Because imagine that they can have a vote, right, a decision-making option to make a decision about the ecosystem. So definitely gaming and esport impact amplifies indie voices, driving industry diversity and innovation. It's something that we are fully looking for, such as structures, and very soon I'm also going to cover some other aspects, especially from the economic perspective around the token itself, for people to understand. The third topic I would like to cover, just let me get some water. The third topic I want to cover is our Mpro token. So for those which are not aware, we are an omni-chain token. What does it mean? It means that we are fully integrated with layer 0 technology. So we can go on any blockchain which is integrated with layer 0. So in other hands, let's say we start on Ethereum, we decide to go to Arbitrum, BNB, Polygon, we can do that straight away. So this is a very strong case that we want to cover from day one. So we are not limited to only one chain because different chains have different values. Ethereum, from our perspective, it's the best blockchain to lay out the strong foundation. However, of course, for the gaming industry in general, there are better blockchains to support that, some other layer zeros rather than layer 1 blockchain. So this is why we decided to do that shift and make sure that we can have a strong foundation, and then we have an option to scale up, and whatever there is a business requirements and business needs to go onto a next blockchain and follow the suit. So yes, I've covered that aspect. It's a governance role. I talk about DAGO, decision-making and ecosystem changes, rewards. So node providers are rewarded with Mpro for a network support. Transactional use. Mpro facilitate ecosystem transaction, including asset trades and rewards. That's also covered. I'm pretty sure in the future there will be some stakings. We're gonna plan a lot of activities around that. So definitely that's gonna be a strong case for Mpro holders, especially when you look at the gaming ecosystem. Nothing stopping us to making sure that we can invite some other games which can provide their tokens. So I can sit here and create lots of scenarios which will benefit community holders, community stakers. And we cover the DAO. So let's go through now tokenomics, economy, and token listing, because I think those are a very important part as we're coming to it. So first of all, tokenomics. It's available on MproLab website, mprolab.io. It's available on doc as well. So you are feel free to study, to go into gist of it. One very important part, which everyone should be able to spot, we focus around community building. We focus a lot about ecosystem growth. And as you can see, close to 300 million tokens is allocated to growth. Then we have a marketing, we have advisors, which eventually can also go to growth. So in other hands, this is our focus. We want to make sure that in the long run, community can have a full control over the token aspects and what's happening there. So this is a short diagram just to explain the token mechanics. So over here, I hope you can see my arrow. We have customers. So we have people which maybe would like to purchase a token. They would like to acquire a node license. So First of all, when we go live, I remind everyone that the only currency to buy notes is going to be our native token. So the customer, first of all, they need to go on Uniswap, where the token will be listed, and also on Mpro Lab Swap to purchase an Mpro tokens. There will be a burning mechanism happening on every buy and sell in first 2 weeks, between 0 to 10%. After those 2 weeks, we are planning, if the DAGO will be ready, to start passing some and shifting some control over to the decentralized autonomous gaming organization. One very important part is it's going to be burning, it's not tax. So when it goes to 0x00 dev address, it will never come back. That will create support liquidity, support the price. I'm sure you fully understand the positive aspects of it. And on the other side, this person now purchased an Mpro token, and now this person would like to purchase a license. And again, 50% from those tokens will go to DAGO treasury. And the other 50% is split between referral bonus, I've mentioned earlier, and also marketing budget, which can also support the growth. Let's speculate a little bit. If the community decided to burn all those 50%, which will be coming from those sales, that's going to create a very strong deflationary model, which will also support the growth and the ecosystem. And as you can see, there will be a very strong demand because you've seen how the price of the licenses will be calculated. So on those bases, it can create a nice utility for a token itself. So the token listing, the TGE, is planned for the 4th of the 4th, 2024. Somebody told me recently it's a very good date because he has a birthday the day after. In general, I think April is good. From my perspective, every month is good, but we are seeing that market is ready. I know we have now a bit of negativity. Maybe there is some red activities on the market itself. However, in general, I think we are in the right moment, in the right place, within the right product as well. So listing will happen on Uniswap. However, it will be available to trade straight away on mprolab.io, where it's also going to be our own swap. So as you can see, there is a little screen share from our swap. Also, there will be a bridging feature as well. As soon as we decide to go into a next blockchain, bridge will go live as well. So basically, we want to make it as easy as possible. I know we are not far away also to introduce on-ramp features where you can go directly with fiat and acquire cryptocurrency to allow you to do all the activities you require on our protocol. Let's just cover our partners. Those are partners for the entire ecosystem. ESE Entertainment, Canadian Stock Exchange Company. For those which are not aware, ESE was supporting Cyberpunk launch, one of the biggest games which coming out from Poland. In general, they're working with us very closely. Please go and Google out recent articles which has been published in terms of how we are cooperating, what licenses they acquire from us so they can build and support the growth. Poznan Game Arena, second biggest gaming event in Europe, Bombi, our global partner, helping us acquire gamers, helping us promote our solution into gaming industry. I don't need to introduce Polygon, don't need to introduce Layer Zero. AMD, I'm sure you all know AMD. Those who were in Poznan, they could fully spot the power of the partnership. I'm sure very soon there are going to be some more activities. Hive Collective Genius, our strong partner. Thanks to them, we are here where we are, helping to build a very strong community which fully understand what we are creating here. So big thank you to Hive Collective Genius. And what I want to do now is, I think we came to the point where I would like to share a new partner. So this new partner is coming from racing industry. This new partner is on the market 10 years. So this year, they are celebrating their 10 years anniversary. They are partnered with Red Bull. They have over 1 million community. This year alone, they are planning 6 major tournaments. There's going to be one in Spain, one in Ireland, one in Finland, one in Latvia, one in Hungary, and then September, a grand final in Poland. Before I'm going to introduce the name, I would like to share with you all a short video because I feel that it will explain you much better than my talking. So please enjoy.
We are heroes, heroes, heroes. Legends never die, never die. We are heroes, 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 heroes live forever. Legends never die. shadows.
So I'm happy to announce that Metapro is becoming official technology partner of Virtual Drift Masters. Very soon, we're gonna share some more insights about it. I know, Mike, you're on the call. I know I didn't discuss that with you, but I'm already inviting you Friday for our community lab live at 1 p.m. CET, and I'm sure we're gonna share some more insights exactly to explain what we are doing together, but basically, in a high-level perspective, Drift Masters have this over 1 million community, and let's think like that all this community can become our community. Because the technology that we are building together, it can handle it, and this is happening. And as I said, there's a lot of companies which providing those information about the partnerships. And then that's it, they announce the partnership, nothing is happening. As I said, for us, partnerships means much better, much more. So 26th to 28th of April, there's gonna be a first tournament of virtual Drift Masters, which are happening utilizing our technology. So this is already happening. So please make sure that you follow all our social medias and you are staying on top of all the news that we are providing. And of course, this partnership is gonna utilize all the features, all the protocol tools, application that we have built in last 2 years. Very soon, there will be a new version of our wallet coming out into iOS and Android. An advice to everyone: please update your wallet to the most recent version, and very soon there will be another update coming out. So just to recap, and let's focus on the roadmap. MProTG, as you've seen, the date is announced. It's going to be following the iNotes premiere. Major partnership. I think we already delivered that. There will be a sex listing and all what needed to succeed. Listing price, 4 cents. iNote price, 100,000 MPros. I hope that's not going to stay like that for a very long time. You can do the math. Please add it to your calendar and be part of the future of decentralized gaming that we are creating here. Join our social media, join our Telegram. If you want to discuss blockchain and crypto subjects, if you want to talk gaming, join us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter, Metapro, MProLab, Web3 Game Arena. And the last part, and Robert also maybe join as well if I forget about anything. If there are any questions, if we want to do a Q&A session next week on Wednesday, please join our Telegram. Let's pass all the questions to our fantastic community managers team, and I'm sure we can then answer some of your questions. Also, if you want to be more on board with Virtual Drift Masters, I hope that Mike will have 1 hour spare or half an hour spare on Friday, so we can together discuss and share some more news about it.
Yeah, it was a great session. I'm honestly super hyped for the Drift Masters partnership, like what's gonna come out of it. I already know some of the details Martin hasn't shared, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise, but really it's a thing worth waiting for. Like it's gonna be some next level type of case study we're gonna do together. So me as a community manager of MProLab and Metapro, I would highly encourage you to join our Telegram group and be there this Friday.
I thought you were gonna say that I highly advise you to buy the token. I was just about to say this is not a financial advice, So yes, I think we can close like that, So it's really great. Just to give you some insight, in the peak we have close to 220 participants in the call. Now we are closing with over 150. So amazing! Really appreciate. Join our channels. Stay tuned, and thank you very much. And take care.
Have a good one.